Are we good? We are live. Yes, we are. Yeah, okay, we are live. We are live. Yes, indeed, we are live. Hola, Pac. Hola, amigos. Manos. Guten Tag. How's everybody doing out there? Happy New Year, everybody. Is January 17th. Sorry about that. That was my phone. It is January 17th. And we are here because it is the first open mic Q&A of 2023. New year, but it's the same old routine, guys. You deliver the questions, I answer your questions. And please, try to remember, don't ask the same questions. I tell you that, guys, every time. You guys ask me the same questions. You got to broaden your horizons, dudes. That's the biggest thing. Don't mind the green screen in the back. I was working on some projects, so I just didn't take it down. But in the meantime, yeah, man, we're here to answer some questions. Hope everyone had a safe New Year's as well as and enjoyed the new year. I mean, didn't start. It started off pretty hectic. This year's already starting off in the hectic. If you've been watching certain aspects, Lisa Marie Presley passed away. Yeah, Elvis Presley's only daughter passed away. 54, too goddamn young. That shocked me. Vince McMahon is back with WWE. That fucking shocked me too. And now it looks like it's on the verge of selling. Yeah. Still looking to see my first movie of 2023, which will be Megan. I definitely want to see that. I definitely probably going to see it this week or so. So there'll be a review up there. I still need to put up my review of Violent Night. I recently put up my Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, my long overdue Black Panther. I just told you that I was just being lazy. And didn't have, I just was lazy. I saw these movies and I just was lazy. I didn't edit them, things like that. I should have, but I did. And I appreciate all the love and people came out for that video. That was really good. I appreciate that. Put up some new trailers as well. We saw Evil Dead Rise, new Evil Dead series. Y'all know me. I'm a big Evil Dead fan. I love the franchise, so I'm really interested in seeing this new movie. A lot of people have asked me many times, like, what did I think about the remakes? And I was, I wasn't really a big fan of it. I was like, why did they remake this? Why? But over time, I have come to appreciate it more over time, and feel like it's kind of like Halloween universe, like it's in its own separate universes, like how they've done the Halloween. They all branch off into their own universe, which is fine. But Evil Dead Rises looks good. We saw the final trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and boy, hey, Kang ain't playing around. Big ups to Jonathan Majors. He's looking like the Kang from the comics, and I'm like, all right. And I'm really scared, a little bit scared now with this trailer. It even makes even more sense of why Scott is doing. He made this deal with Kang. I get it. It makes sense. He lost a lot of time with Cassie. That was what the last trailer portrayed. Straight up. You saw it in that trailer. You saw like images of Cassie when she was still a little girl, and now Cassie's a teenager, young adult now, and she's saw a image. You saw the trailer. She was coming out of jail and everything. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, what's going on? But he lost time with her. Remember, he was stuck in the quantum zone when the snap happened. Come back 5 years later, everybody's gone. Half of the population is gone. His daughter is grown. He lost all that time. Makes a lot of sense. We've seen Modoc in there, and it's gonna be cool to see Modoc. But yeah, man, that's kicking off phase 5, and a lot of people are. I've even said it myself. I'm hoping. You know, Scott is not a casualty of war. The first casualty of phase 5 to like die or something. No, I did not see uh the what they just came out on HBO. Did not watch it, so please don't spoil that for me. But heard Pasquale did his thing pretty good as Joel on there. We saw the Mandalorian. They dropped the next trailer. That's cool. All right, cool. Yeah, and Nightwing. Nightwing is about to reach 100 again, and there's going to be a really good, interesting talk between Bruce and himself, because it looks like now, if you've been keeping up with what's going on in DC Comics, the Justice League have not reformed, so it's going to be up to Dick. Dick Grayson is becoming the head honcho, and looks like the Titans are going to replace the Justice League, and I'm very happy for that, because that's kind of what they were supposed to be. The you know, so there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things that have been going on. Some good, some bad, but all in between is it all should be working out for the best. It's just the way I look at it. Oh, so outside of that, yeah, man, I've been good on my end. I hope everybody is well on their end. Um, Still working on projects. Fixed up my Patreon a little bit now. Now there's only 4 tiers. I might ask you guys for a little assistance for one of the. That's my phone again. Uh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. My food's on the way. Sorry. uh, but yeah. Anyway, guys, guys, everything's working out. Like I said, I fixed up my Patreon a little bit. Instead of 6 tiers, I dropped it. I cut it down to 4. Um, so there's still the most popular tier, and I like that Patreon has done that now. They highlight the most popular one, which everybody goes to, which is fine. Everybody seems to want to go to the the beta level, which is where you get to request like 4 vids from me, and I like that. That's cool. I got still a couple of them I got to get through. What else is happening on my end before hold the questions, please? I don't want to miss questions. Hold them. Let your boy speak for a minute. So Mr. Moti, my friend Mr. Moti, is going through another move, and if you've been keeping up on his channel, you've been seeing his room has been just coming down. The pop wall is gone. He's moving. I think the move happens tomorrow, officially, fully tomorrow. He's still going to be in state. He's still going to be in Florida, but he in the same town, I believe, too. I think it's Winter Garden. He's still going to be there, but he's just moving a couple blocks over. That's fine. But yeah, man. A lot of good stuff is still coming. Working with some new talent as well to fix up like intros for like my segments. So those are gonna be that's been fun too. I can't wait to show those new segments off for the new year. I think it's high time we, the new segments that I do, they get a new intro and things like that. But I see you guys are still not holding your questions. I told you to hold. No, I'm just fucking. Anyway, guys. Yes, point blank is simple. As of right now, everything is going well. It's good to see what's going on good, positive with friends. Good to see what's going positive with me. Sending positive energy towards you as well. And once again, I want to. One moment, please. I'll be right back. My food's here. I'll be right back, guys. That that show was you and Malcolm say those monsters, right? Those those people were chasing that girl on the film the preview. And that's some kind of Malcolm's in the some kind of virus on there. Oh yeah, it's a fungus one. Yes. How, how would get to look at that? That's HBO Max. You have to pay for that. That's an app. Will remain radioactive for years to come. Well, thank goodness it's time for the good news of the week. Boy, do we need it. Well, this Safe Driver saved money with the Snapshot app from Progressive. How do you feel? Well, good. He's better than good. He got rewarded for driving safe and driving less. Sorry about this. Okay, yeah, you have to pay for that. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Delivery dude was here, and I had to pick up my pizza. Sorry. I'm gonna try not to eat on camera too much. I don't want to make y'all hungry, but yes, like I said, guys, all's well. Hope everybody's well. So let's see what we have here today. Okay. So let's see who's here. Perry King. Yeah, I have not seen Last of Us yet. I have not seen the episode yet. I heard good things about it. But I'll check it out when I can. So don't worry. Sorry. Guy Gardner versus Silver Surfer. If Kyle Rayner couldn't beat the Silver Surfer, what do you think Guy Gardner can do, Cyborg? The Green Lanterns are not on that level to beat a person who has the power cosmic. Point blank. It's not going. Let's see. When you do a top 10 list of DC villains you would like to see James Gunn have a handle on. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. If it's planned, I don't know because I've already planned out. Now it's up to like 2 months already for the opinion spot, so I know what I'm doing for each episode. Um, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do it unless somebody, if that's somebody made. I don't know. I always keep stuff open because then and then I got my Patreon requests and people when they do that, like I said, my most popular tier on Patreon is the beta level, and that's where you can ask me to. Doesn't matter, do 4 videos. So I usually keep it open. I still got many requests to get through. I mean, somebody asked me to do my top 20 DC animated features. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna do that. I'm looking to a lot of stuff. So yeah, who knows? But if it's an opinion spot, I don't know because I have everything planned out for that segment. I always try to have everything planned out for that segment for sure. What's the buzz, Chris? What's the haps? The haps is you're here. I'm kind of eating, which I shouldn't be eating, but I am eating pizza. So if I go up the camera like this, that means I'm putting food in my mouth, and I don't want to make y'all hungry. So uh, bear with your boy. Travis, I'm never going to watch Velma. I wasn't going to watch that in the first place. So look, I like Mindy. I think she's cool and very talented and creative. But I have an issue. I I've heard it plain and simple. It's not funny. The series is not funny. The concepts are kind of played on stereotypes, which I don't like. And more importantly, I've seen somebody even say it. A friend of mine, he put it on a post. He said, "This just proves like you don't really need to be screwing with established stuff. Plain and simple. There was no need for it, really, honestly." Happy New Year, Gazarta. Happy New Year. I've been seeing your streams of Super Mario. That's cool. What if Call was in the Legends of Zelda? What villains in Legend of Zelda will not fight him? Anybody? No, you crazy? Not even Ganon would fight him. Do you see Kang being an enemy to the Legion of Superheroes? Legion of Superheroes is what year? What century? What are they? Legion is because Kang is from the 31st century. Legion is from the what century is they're from? The 25th, I think. Oh, wait, let me make sure. Um, come on. Let me see. All right. Yeah, where are they from? They're from the Legion of Superheroes. Oh, they're from the 30th and 31st century. No, because they're not from the same universe. But yeah, I mean, if they caused him issue, then yeah, he's gonna get involved. If Deathstroke was in the Marvel universe, do you see him and Deadpool being brothers? No, hell no, no, not at all. You crazy? That wouldn't work out at all. Hi Chris, how's it going? So I just wanted to let you know that my 29th birthday is coming up this Friday. Well, happy early birthday wishes to you, Andre. You are one last year in Club 20. And soon you'll be in Club 30. Unfortunately, I won't be there to welcome you in. Somebody else would have to. But congratulations. Why do comics keep renumbering it? Not all. You should say, why does Marvel does it more? Because they feel like they think they're to me, Marvel does it more than DC. DC doesn't do it as much. Superman Action Comics is in the thousands. Detective Comics in the thousands. Wonder Woman is up to 700 past. Flash, same thing. They're still the same. They're not renumbering. Marvel does it because they think their consumers are stupid, and they feel like, oh, if we do it, renumber it, we renumber it back to number one. It's a good jumping on point. You don't need to do that. That's why they need to just keep they only do it for certain ones, but you see them do it. They put the legacy number down there. It's like it's not a legacy number. Just keep it what it is. They kind of messed up a few of them because, in honesty, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man is not in 900 or anything like that. It's because they counted the Superior Spider-Man as part of the Amazing Spider-Man lineup, and that's not true. That was stupid. That was dumb, and that's their mistake. They were stupid to do that. So they just think, personally, I feel like they just think people are, their viewers, their consumers are stupid. You know, I like to be able to say I have the 1,000th issue of such and such or something like that. You don't just stupid. Would you like to see Corey and Barbara become friends? I believe they are friends. They're friends. They're not close friends, but they're friends. Um, will Brainiac be the villain in James Gunn's Superman reboot? I don't know. I don't know. They haven't even. He hasn't even announced, and he's not going to announce for any time soon. So that's fine. Hey Chris, tomorrow will be my 35th birthday, and I can get a birthday shout out from you and your pet monster. Yo, monster, you tomorrow is Rakai's birthday. Monster, you sleep? He sleep. He's over there with Taz. You see? He's over there with Taz, knocked out. Uh, but I'll say in shout of for all of us, happy 35th birthday. You are 5 years to knocking on the door of Club 40. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Because I will be there to let you in and say, welcome, welcome. 35, halfway. That is great. All smiles, no negativity, all joy, peace, and love. There you go. Uh, hey, Chris, quick question. Have you ever wanted to go to China? And if so, what part of China would you like to visit? Well, because Hong Kong is considered its own country, but yeah, I would go to China. I definitely would. I want to go to the Shaolin Temple. Definitely. Um, a lot of the rural areas of China, which I would like to go to. I mean, Shanghai would be cool too, but the rural areas where like people are still that way of life is still very tranquil and peaceful. But the Shaolin Temple, yeah, I'd love to go there. If Blue Beetle gets canceled, I hope not. The actor Blue Beetle will play just in case Jackie from Darkness. They both have the same. You're talking about? I'm forgetting his name. Uh, I still can't see him as Jackie. Not at all. I don't see that. Blue Beetle's not getting canceled. That is not getting canceled. Um, it's already been filmed, so and I understand, and that's got a theatrical release. I know a lot of people are like, well, Batgirl was finished, and it's stupid what they thought because they looked at it like this is a $90 million movie and it's only being streamed. You know, the way I look, and I really don't like talking about it too much because I'm tired of it in a sense. But the basis of it is they looked at it from a business standpoint, which was smart to look at it from that point of view. But still, when you see Miss Grace constantly throwing clips or posts of everything, it's just like they should have just let it ride. You should have just let it ride. But Blue Beetle's not getting canceled. That's not. And I'm looking forward to that movie. Let's see. Next we have is from the Dark Side. Which celebrity are you most excited to meet and why? For me, it's Charles Montanet, the voice of Mario, because he is just a wholesome human being. I had the pleasure of meeting the voice of Mario at MegaCon. He surprised everybody. He was in the crowd and he just did the Mario and everybody came out and I got to meet him. Then I met him again at New York Comic Con. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Very, very, very nice guy. But he was just passing through. He didn't really have time to like take pictures with everybody and things like that. But I have. Celebrities, I have met several celebrities in my time. One of my biggest joys I will always cherish is meeting Stan Lee. Thank you. Meeting Michael J. Fox and the entire cast of Back to the Future. I got to meet them at MegaCon. Great. But if there's so many celebrities, I would love to meet all the guys I grew up with. I would love to meet Chuck Norris. I would love to meet Arnold and Sly. I would love to meet Bruce Willis, especially what he's going through. I would love to meet Keanu Reeves. So many actresses I'd love to meet, but one actor for sure that I would love to meet outside of Eddie Murphy is Tom Hanks. I'd love to meet Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. I mean, he comes back home here at Mount Vernon a couple of times, but it's so you don't know he's here until they just say where he's at, and I'm just like, ugh. But I would love to meet them. Those are people. I picked up some new comics. I'll pick up some new. Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday, so new comics come out Wednesday. Even though DC be putting their comics out on Tuesday, it's kind of weird. Guess what? Also, guess what? I'm finally starting to watch Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah, you gonna like that. Cowboy Bebop, one of the greats. One of the greats. Spike Spiegler, Jet Black, Edward, Edward, Faye Valentine, and the little smart dog, Ein, my little corgi. Talk about a great space western. It's good stuff. Um, you're watching the anime, right? Because that's what you should be watching. Not the series, the anime. Sorry, sorry. I'm trying not to eat on camera. Like that's why I'm covering my mouth every time. But I had planned the stream, and then I forgot. I was like, oh damn, I forgot. I ordered pizza. and then, um, I finally played Star Wars Fallen Order. Beat it. I think I just downloaded Fallen Order. Star Wars. I haven't played it yet. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Oh, Jay Briscoe passed away. Shit. Sean Franklin. What up? What up? I can't wait for Jedi Survivor. Yeah, yeah. There's another one. You just did, dude. Or just, oh, okay. Top five. Top five Marvel female characters that can beat Wonder Woman in a fight. Wonder Woman top five that can beat Wonder Woman in a fight. Wonder Woman in a fight. Let's see. Scarlet Witch. Definitely one. Uh I definitely go She-Hulk. She-Hulk, like I think people downplay how strong she is. Like she's stronger than she. That's because she's already tranquilly. But when she fully lets her gamma power, really, yeah, she'll go ham on somebody big quick. I'll throw Elektra up in there. I think Elektra could literally know some things how to stop Diana big time. Not just going on strength and things like that. And there's a couple others like I could throw up in there. I would go Moondragon. I'll throw Gamora up in there. If Gamora could fight Thanos by herself, and I'm talking comic wise, because y'all don't let Guardians of the Galaxy that the movies fool you about Gamora. Gamora, there's a reason why she's called the most dangerous woman in the galaxy. The comics play off her a lot. It's not just power. And I'll throw Carol in there. Carol, you know, would give Diana a definitely run for her money. And yeah, that's I'll leave that one alone. But yeah, there's a couple. Could MonsterVerse Kong get lightning powers if the MonsterVerse Mothra infused her essence into him like she did with Godzilla? That'd be interesting. I that'd be really interesting. I think that was. I'm looking forward to the next MonsterVerse movie. I know the next Kong and Godzilla movie they teaming up. So whoever I'm wondering who they're gonna be battling. There's a part of me thinking it's either gonna be Destroyer or somebody like that. Somebody tough. Very much. Hey Chris, did you see the Power Rangers coming to Netflix? Yeah, I did. I saw it back behind the scenes of that. That looks amazing. That looks and it got me really nostalgic about that. Sorry guys. I was really nostalgic to see Zach and Billy and all of them together. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to see. So yeah, it was fun. Caroline, aside from Batman, which non-powered DC characters could defeat a Predator? Well, anybody could defeat a Predator if they once they start learning him. I mean, let's stick outside the Bat family. You can say Green Arrow could. Green Arrow. I swear, Lady Shiva could. Lady Shiva could probably kill with her bare hands. Um, I Deathstroke, even though he's kind of superhuman, but you know, um, well, Black Canary has Canary Cry, so that's powers. Yeah, but those are. There's one. I just gave you one. Travis, poor Mark Briscoe. Yeah, I just heard that. That's crazy, man. It's lunchtime in Australia right now. Okay, lunchtime. Um, let's see what's next. Not the only YouTuber who hates Hot Rod. You're not the only. The YouTuber's name is uh Shard Shartimus Prime. He hates Hot Rod too. I'm not. Okay. Um, one one best Scooby Doo movie was Zombie Island. Zombie Island was good. Zombie Island was really good until they fucked that up and did a sequel, which was stupid. They did not need to do that sequel at all. It was stupid. It's funny. My brother and I we were talking not too long ago about voice acting and how sometimes that alone could take you out of an animated feature. And to me, with Scooby Doo, Scooby, there's only one actor to me that captures that dog right, and that's the original man, Don Messick. He was the king of voicing dogs. He voiced Astro, in Jetsons. I think he even voiced Dino in the Flintstones. So yeah, and Dino's not a dog, but he acts like a dog. My point is, what the hell? My point is that um, the point is that he was the best Scooby Doo voice, and when he passed, yeah, that hurt the character a lot, in my opinion, because now when there was those movies that came out in the late early 2000s, like you know Zombie Island and The Witch's Ghost and all those other ones, which are all cool. I like those because they had more of a Japanese, like an anime vibe to it, which I liked. The actor who voiced Scooby, I did not like. Sometimes he took me out of that movie because when Scooby talks, everything's supposed to be kind of with an R, raw, 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 right? But there was one scene I'll never forget it. They were running from the zombies, and he instead of saying Raggy run, he literally said Shaggy run. You literally heard him say Shaggy run, and I'm like, he's not supposed to talk like that. That just threw me off. I'm like, what? Like, and there were even some times where he sounded like he was sounding more like Count Dracula. Blah blah. I was like, yeah, and then Frank Welker took over the who's voiced Freddy for years. And I'm just like, you would think with a guy who's been around Don Messick, he would pick up on things. But I don't even like him as Scooby. It's hard. It's really hard. Even sometime with Shaggy, Casey Kasem did such an amazing job with that voice. So when he passed, and the role went on to other actors, it just didn't seem right until Matthew Lillard started voicing that character in animated form too. And I'm like, yes, because I love Matthew Lillard's voice as Shaggy. He does such a good job that makes me like, okay, you could see he puts in that the nuances of Mr. Chasm as well as does his own put to it. That's my issue with a lot of the Looney Tunes characters. There will never be another voice actor like Mel Blanc. The man was the voice of 1,000 voices, okay? He was. And he voiced nearly all those Looney Tune characters, and they all had their different nuances, which is ridiculous that he was able to do that. Like, you could distinguishly tell him from when he voiced Bugs Bunny to when he voiced Daffy Duck, when he voiced Sylvester, to all. It's like, you're like, that's the same guy? Whoa. Now, even with Billy West is a good Bugs Bunny voice. I like him as Bugs Bunny. But there are some actors that voices Bugs, and I'm just like, that ain't working for me. It's really hard. That's why sometimes when an actor, somebody who's voiced a character for so long and they pass and they leave a big shadow over that character. Like right now, I guarantee you people are probably pre-ordering the Suicide Squad, game crazier now because that's the last time we're going to hear Kevin Conroy do the voice of Batman. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any other good Batman voice actors, but he is the personification of Batman. I don't know anybody who can say without a shadow of doubt, when I'm reading Batman comics, I do not hear his voice come out of Batman. When I'm reading the bubbles of Batman, his voice is not coming out. Because if you are, I'll tell you right now, you're lying to yourself. You're lying. That's period. So that's what makes voice acting so good, but there's also a it's 50-50 because there are times it's great and then there's also times it's sad because what if that person leaves, doesn't want to do that voice acting, want to do that character no more, and then you come along and someone else takes it, they got a lot of shoes to fill. Look at all the actors that came after to voice Joker. The one that everybody, has their, but look, Mark Hamill killed that character. That character is etched with him. So it is what it is. But yeah, there are times with Scooby when me and Malcolm talked about it. We talked about this. I think we talked about it yesterday. We were talking about it. I was just like, yeah, it is. Sometimes that hurts. It does hurt. It hurts indeed. But yeah, Zombie Island was good. And I'm sorry that I went off top. It's just sometimes I get talking and it happens. Zombie Island was good. And Zombie Island was fun. I like the concept. That's how you kind of do Scooby. That was a good concept that I really enjoyed that they did. Was that they stopped after a while. They stopped, and then they all went their separate ways, and then something brings them back together. And I find it funny that Shaggy's became a customs officer. I was cracking up with that. I was like, Shaggy, customs officer. Okay, that's funny. And then they're eating all the contraband that illegally comes through the country. I'm like, that's stupid. That's so funny. But that's typical Shaggy. That's my issue with the Mindy situations. Like, yeah, a lot of people say he's probably a pothead because he's always hungry, but you don't have to play it up in the show. And definitely, you don't have to make him stereotypically, you made it in black, and it's just like, oh, not all us blacks smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. Do you? Fuck weed. All right, get out of here with that. I don't like the smell. I don't like anything about it. I don't like how it makes me feel. When I'm around people that feel, it's like you get that sensation. Feel like things are crawling up you. I don't like that. I've never liked that. Had a roommate that smoked weed like that, and I was just like, anytime he came out of his room, it was just blazing. I'm like, dude, you close the door or put some towel, put a towel underneath My cousin had a roommate like that. Yeah, and he would put towels underneath his door because he knew it would come out. And I hate that smell. I can't take that. Thanks, mate. Yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Streams have been fun. Moving out onto the third game. Third Super Mario 3 is probably my favorite out of the old school games. I love going to the different worlds. Do I drink white wine punch or Kool-Aid? Both. Have you played Dragon DB Fighter Z? What's your favorite? What's your take on it? Reminds me. Yes, I have Fighter Z. I have it for PS4. Like it a lot. It's fun. It reminds me of not just reminds me of the the team up games, like King of Fighters and Marvel vs. Capcom. All that. It it's a fast paced version of their older fighting games from back in the day that Dragon Ball had. So, but I like it a lot, and they keep adding new characters, so I like that too. I want to see if this Yujiro. I want to see if Yujiro Hama beating up. I want to see this Yujiro Hama beating up Damian Wayne, and I will laugh all the day. That's child abuse. I don't like Damien, but I don't want to see him getting beat up. Yujiro would kill him. Yujiro would literally kill him. Yes, I mean he's an asshole and he's a prick, and I get, but no, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. That is not funny. That's child abuse. And you know what? Here's the problem with it. Even if the rest of the Bat family came in, he killed them too. Jason come in, dead. Dick Grayson, dead. Barbara, dead. Cassandra, dead. He would kill Damien right in front of Bruce and make Bruce watch it. And Bruce couldn't do a damn thing about it. Yujiro Hanma would kill the Bat family. This is where Bruce would literally have to call in Superman like, yo, I need you. I need your help. I need you. This guy is way too strong. Didn't I say I wasn't going to eat on camera? Sorry. But that's not funny. That's not right, Blake. Don't do that. Don't do that to Damien. I could see it now. Every time he opened his mouth, Yujiro's either going to smack him around or he going to pull something out of him. I can see him now. Yeah, and break something getting broken. Probably rip out his throat just to shut him up. Um, let's see. In 4 months' time, I will be 2 years away from reaching Club 40. Right. I will be there to welcome you in. Sorry. Caroline, my family is thinking about going to South Dakota. Go up to the Black Hills? Where's the motorcycle festival? That's in South Dakota, right? The Sturgis? Yeah, that's Sturgis is in South Dakota, right? Um, and so is Mount Rushmore and things like that. This year will be the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. Yeah, they're doing now now and forever. I think that's the name of the Netflix special. And I watched the trailer. It was really cool to see that. It was fun. Have you played Sonic Frontier? No, but I've watched a lot of people play it, and I do like it. I got to play it. There's still a lot of games, Perry, that I haven't finished, and I need to finish. I don't like getting games and then I just leave it there to in its contain. Like the last new game that I played the last new Saints Row, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It was because I'm a member of GameFly, and I had GameFly send that to me. I was like, all right, let me play. I played it for a while, and I was just like, this is not good. This is, this is what happens when you already have something already well established, and now you try to do something else with it. And I just didn't like it. It just even the members of this new version of Saints just didn't work. I was just like, there's no real character differences between them. Like they don't stand out like in the original Saints Row. Johnny Gat, Dex, Troy, all of them, they all stood out. This one didn't. I just didn't like it. Let's see, Quentin. Yeah, you're right. All Legend of Zelda villains will not fight Ganon. Will not fight no Ganon. Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Reka, can we get a video reaction from your reaction to Hope Paranoia's EVP contact with Javen David Frank Spirit? What? Wait, what? I really I'll probably do it. We'll see. Underrated movie surviving the game starring Ice T. That was a good movie. I like that movie. He was homeless in that movie, and it basically was like it's kind of like Hard to Kill, but he was a homeless man, and he was being used as hunting for sport, it would which yeah, the concept about it you think it'd be fake, but I guarantee you there's a part of me that believes there's shit like that does happen. There are people out there hunting people for sport, especially the less, like homeless people. Nobody's going to care for them. That's why I like Hard Target, with Van Damme. I love that movie because he was, because they were hunting homeless people or former war vets that had, combat training, but they're homeless now, which happens, is very sad. And, you know, it was a good movie. It was Hard Target is a really good movie. Hard Target is probably one of Van Damme's most underrated movies in my opinion because it's actually really good. And his most lucrative movie that Van Damme's ever done, like the movie that made the most money out of his career, was Time Cop. Time Cop is the one movie that made the most money. You can look that up. That's legit. And I actually like Time Cop. That was a good movie, which was based off a comic too. What do you think of Icon and Rocket? I love them. I've been rocking with Icon and Rocket before DC even bought my Milestone. Before they all that stuff, I was rocking. That's where Static and all of them come from. That's why I knew Static before he even got his cartoon. I knew who Static was. There's a lot of things in the Static cartoon that they changed because I guess WB wasn't ready for that. For example, first of all, give a lot of credit to Mr. Dwayne McDuffie. There's another guy I would have loved to meet. For example, Richie in the series wasn't white. He was black. And he was gay. Richie was black and he was gay. And Um, they never did that in the show. Frida and Virgil did get together. They became a couple. They didn't do that in the series. Um, there were so many things that they didn't do in the series that was in the comics. They didn't even introduce the Blood Syndicate. And the Blood Syndicate, there's so many characters they could have introduced, but because of that was kind of based in the DC. But you know, even the character Soul Power, remember that episode? That was actually supposed to be Black Lightning. That was not going to be some made up character, but I forget the reason why, but it was supposed to be Black Lightning, not Soul Power, because that's all Soul Power was Black Lightning, just a little different. But it was still fun. It was still, a lot of the villains in that show. Some of them were real, some of them weren't. Puff was real. Um, Hot Streak was real, but a lot of them were made up. A lot of them were made up just for the show. But Static was, and in his first costume, I'm kind of glad they didn't go with his first costume in the cartoon, because I was not a big fan of that. It just looked weird. But Icon and Rocket, I love Icon. I love the concept of what Dwayne McDuffie and them did. Like, yeah, he's basically Superman S, but I love the fact that when he landed during the days of slavery. So when he landed, and when the rocket with he looked totally different. What Icon looks like now is not what his race of people look like. They look way different than that. They look very alien-like, but they imprint on whatever inhabitant they come across. So when his ship landed in the South during days of slavery, and the cotton pickers, they found it, and when they looked in what do you think he saw? He saw black folk first. And I actually liked that. I thought that was really cool that Dwayne McDuffie did that. Like, yeah, he saw the black folk and the way he's been able to keep, like, okay. Then the other thing is cool is that he became a lawyer and all that stuff, but they played it up like that's why he's called August Freeman the fourth, or so he's like, so people won't kind of investigate, like, okay, he must be this is his great grandfather, or his great things like that. And Raquel, Rocket, she was the first teenage mother in comics. There was no teenage mothers in comics until she came along. That's why they hit hard for a lot of us. They are great characters, and I hope and pray someday we do see them just outside of comics and cartoons. We need to see them because they're very important. They're very important characters. Oh damn, I'm so jealous. I love to get a birthday shout out from him in Wario voice. Well, your birthday is not coming up yet, so I can't do it now. It's fine, dude. I'm just messing. Okay, Andre, I'm getting ready to have a friend of mine copyright some of my stories. That includes my new kids superhero series, Rock Paper Scissors. Good, copyright them. If they copywriting your ideas is a great idea. I'm telling you, the easiest way to do it is mail it back to you. Copyright something like, yeah, and then mail it right back to you. Once you get that stamp of approval from the post office, that's federal. Like, yes. So yeah, but still, copywriting your ideas is great because that helps. If you have an idea and you looking at somebody else's idea, like, wait a minute, that's my idea. You can sue them for that. We lost a lot of iconic people as of late. Yeah, there's been is Bleach on Hulu? Yeah, it's the new series. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to. So, who are your top 5 favorite Wonder Woman villains? Top 5 favorite Wonder Woman villains. Go. maybe I shouldn't even do this. I should do this. This should be like a video, but uh, I'll do 3 because maybe I will do this. Yeah, Cersei's, Giganta. Who else you think? Yes, Cheetah. Those are 3. I'm not doing 5. Maybe I will do. I'll do 4 in the video or so. Did you watch Brendan Fraser's Oscar acceptance speech? I can't tell you how pleased I am. I've watched. First of all, shouts out to Angela Bassett. She won. She's the first MCU actor to win a Golden Globe for a MCU movie. She put in a hell of a performance in that in Wakanda Forever. Shouts out to another queen, Michelle Yeoh, for winning for her role in Everywhere, and that was great. And also Ken Yu Han, short round, he won too. I was happy for both of them to win. Um, and yeah, it was great. There was even a picture. There was even a reunion between Brendan Fraser and Kim Yon Hun. They haven't. It was like a 32-year reunion. The last time they saw each other was in Encino Man. That's crazy, right? Um, so yeah, congratulations to all of them. I was happy for them when I heard them people winning. And once again, Ruth Carter won again for her costume designs on. For she won before. I'm like, this woman is great at her costume designs. That woman is great. Oh, a treasure. Did you know Minoru Suzuki was motion captured for Tekken? What? I think so. I think I do. I'm watching Cowboy Bebop on Hulu, and there's plenty of other anime. Yeah, that. Okay, so you're watching the anime. Good. Yes, the anime. Yes, there's a lot of anime on Hulu. But I also recommend people to, if you want to look at some more animes, then uh, rank up to Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, good shit. I'm rewatching right now on Crunchyroll. I'm rewatching my man Ippo Makanuchi. I went back and started watching them all over, just seeing where this character went. Watching one of my favorite sports animes and seeing Ippo rise to the occasion and want to become a boxer. Just seeing him get bullied at first, and then seeing where he goes from that. It's like you talk about underdog story. There you go. What characters will Ganon will not fight for with? For me, it's Spawn. Eh, Ganon is a sorcerer or wizard, and magic can only get you so far. If there's someone who's stronger than you in magic, it's like Uncle said, magic must defeat magic. And sometimes, if you're not up at that level, yeah, you're still going to be like. To me, Ganondorf, like someone like Fate, Dr. Fate would smoke Ganondorf, would smoke Ganondorf, right, Link? Yeah, if Link can do it, yeah, you smoke him. So Doctor Strange, smoke him, smoke. It's over. Ganon's great, but he ain't that powerful. He's not as powerful as, it's just what it is, man. You just gotta look at that. What are 3 superpowers that you wouldn't want to have as a superhero? Um, Human Torch powers for sure. I would not want to have that. Because I'll be scared every time. I just may even just say Flint and I'll burn something. I'm scared. I'm scared that I'll be scared. It'd be cool, especially in the winter here in New York and stuff like that. I wouldn't feel a damn thing. I could probably eat the hottest shit and it wouldn't even bother me. Like I don't feel a damn thing. But another power I would not want, um, to a degree, would be uncontrollable telepathy. Tele, 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 telepathy. Yeah, yeah, telepath. Like some like like a like Professor Xavier and all them. Like I would not want to be able to like I couldn't control that. Like I'm just hearing people's thoughts every time I walk by somebody. I'm oh like oh God oh please like it's so loud. Like I would not want that. If I can control it, yeah. But and even still, I wouldn't want telepathy anyway because it feels like I'm invading people's privacy. Like oh yeah, let me see what you really think about me. And oh really? Okay, so you think I'm a dick? Okay, what about make? I'm all right because I feel like people who want that, then they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna make you think you're. I can make you think you're a child for, and have you getting your hair braided and painted and stuff like that. Like, I think there's too many people out there that would want that kind of power just so they can abuse it, and I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. And another power to a degree, Flash, like super speed. I would not want because think about it and they never play it up too much with these speedsters. Is your clothes are gonna come off every time you shoot you off, and that friction that and you're butt naked or something like that. Or just you like you're flying so fast and everything. Like imagine bugs just hitting you at that speed. Like like what? It's probably gonna be like bullets hitting you. But yeah, I mean, super speed would be cool. I mean, you would never be late. Yeah, you could be because Flash is. I don't know how he's late, but I'm sorry, I'm late. It's like, how are you the fastest man in the world and you late? Like that's the funny thing about it. But yeah, those are certain powers I wouldn't want to have. Like I would Human Torch. I could not be having any kind of pyrokinesis powers because I'm just scared I'm gonna burn something. I'm just scared. Like even if I don't mean it, like I shake somebody's hand, I burn them. Like oh, you burnt me like my hand. I'm like, oh, I burnt. I'm sorry. I'd be so nervous that I'm gonna burn somebody. You know. Um. What would Angela from Marvel think of Zelda? No, she'd be cool with her. Probably want to hit on her because Angela's, she likes. So, who's your favorite? Blue Guardian axes. Who's your favorite Herald of Galactus? Oh, that's easy. Surfer, all the way. I don't. I've never heard anybody else tell me of all the heralds that Galactus has had over the years, over the centuries. Nobody has ever said any other one of them. I've never heard anybody say Terrax or Skywalker or I mean Airwalker or Stardust or anybody. No, it's the Surfer all the way. He's the best. He's the best out of them. No question asked. Yujiro, I mean, sorry, Inuyasha or Yusuke Uramashiki. I like them both. That's it's hard to say. Hey, Chris, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Yeah, I just heard all this again. This is new to me. Yeah, I mean, just thank you. Yeah, Lisa Marie. I just talked about that. That was a shocker. She was 54. Like, god damn. Like, I love what Nicolas Cage had to say about her because they were married. You know, yeah, that's Elvis's only child. It's messed up. I like all four main characters of Yu Yu Hakusho. They're all unique in their own way. So they all yeah I agree with that. I like them all. But if I was to say who's probably the most badass out of them, he is the man. $1 billion question: can the Hulk beat Superman? If Doomsday could beat Superman, can the Hulk do the same? Okay, first of all, we gotta we have to address that elephant in the room about Doomsday beating Superman because Superman killed Doomsday. He killed him. He beat him. It wasn't like Doomsday just beat him and he died. No, he died because of the battle. He won. Now it depends on, in my opinion, it depends on the Hulk we're talking about. Which Hulk are we talking about? Because in my opinion, regular Hulk from just when he's Hulk smash, Hulk Hulk strongest ever would give Clark a run, but I think over time, yeah. But if we start going up when we're getting more intelligent with Hulk, especially like World Breaker Hulk and World War Hulk, yeah, oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. There's a fight because that's probably one of Hulk's strongest forms, World Breaker Hulk. And then you got the Immortal Hulk where he can't die. It's just like, okay, yeah, man. So yeah, I don't necessarily think, because when they did that stupid fight in DC versus Marvel, Hulk just fell off the Grand Canyon and that was it. And I'm like, you fucking kidding me? I was like, you fucking kidding me with that shit? A fall off the Grand Canyon for the Hulk is just like you falling down. So one of us falling down the stairs. We're gonna get back up, but we're gonna be that's gonna be Hulk popping right back up. That was bullshit. That's why I don't like that series, because it was all about voting who was more popular and things like that. It was stupid. How much do you miss Stan Lee cameos? It's not the cameos I miss. I just miss him. I don't. It's not. It's just him I miss. I hated seeing how he was in his last days. Like you could tell he was not in good health, and I didn't like seeing that. Do you think Black Adam would protect Princess Zelda's kingdom? Please, please. Billy West does Elmer Fudd too, but nobody can do ever touch Mel Blanc. Yeah, but Billy West is good. He's a good, it's the guy who voices Ren and Stimpy and all that stuff. So yeah, but nobody could touch Mel Blanc. Nobody could touch that. When I read a Spawn comic, I hear Keith David's voice pretty much. Yeah, everybody does. I never understood why people smoke. I don't know. My mother smoked and I didn't like it. My mother smoked. Her sisters smoked. Most of them quit. Thank God. My mother unfortunately didn't get the pleasure of quitting. She always promised me she would, but I'm hoping she kept that promise in the afterlife. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the smell of cigarettes. I don't like the smell of cigars. I don't like pipes. I don't like weed. I don't like any of that shit. If you smoking that around me, get away from me. Like I hate walking and I'm behind somebody that's smoking, because that shit's coming right back, and it's like hitting me like I'm getting punched, like, and then so I start bolting ahead of that person, like, and I'll usually do like Luigi and Mario Kart, like I'll give him like a look like you like Luigi. No, he does that, that that mean mug. That's him. Yeah, that's Luigi. That's funny. 100% hell no. Never tried weed. Never want to. Ain't I understand people like it's illegal now. It's legal now in the states and certain type of, or edibles. I'm like, me and Malcolm were joking about that. And I'm like he's like, there's edibles now, Chris, and I'm like, I don't care. Like I don't care, gummy forms or not. I'm not eating that shit. Whatever. What's with McMahon returning to WWE? Vince returned. He basically bull rushed himself back in because he's still holds majority owner, and he bull rushed himself back in, basically saying like, if you don't do this, you don't let me come back, then I'm not going to allow for TV rights, and now talking about he's coming back just to help sell WWE, because it looks like there's going to be a sale going on for them. And a lot of people are scared that it's going to be sold to the Saudis in Saudi Arabia, and I don't. A lot of us don't want that, especially for the women that wrestle there and certain wrestlers that are against when they go over to Saudi Arabia. I mean, Saudi Arabia still is in the past. They hold on to traditions, and I understand traditions die hard, but you need to get with the now with a lot of that stuff. And and I just don't agree with that. Um, but that's he bull rushed himself back in, and you already seeing like it's scary. What comic book death made you cry? Comic book death that made me cry. Nightcrawler's death. When he died, I cried. That was a long time. Like, because most comic book deaths don't make me cry because I'm like, they're gonna be back in three years or so. But Nightcrawler's death made me cry when he died, protecting the X-Men from the mutant X creatures. I was like, oh. Wolverine's death, the last death they did where he got put in the adamantium, and he was kind of sad. I was like, but then later on and it took a while. I was shocked they lasted that long from not bringing him back. Yeah, it was still his death hurt. Well, I mean, Uncle Ben's death hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Uh, Jade, when she died in Crisis, when Barry died in Crisis, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Some of them hurt. Yeah. Favorite 3D fighters. Favorite 3D fighting games. One is definitely Tekken. That's always going to be up there. Virtual Fighter. It's another. Virtual On. I think people sleep on that. That's with the robots. That was a fun game. I said Virtual Fighter. One more. I'll do one more. I guess. Well, now I mean, I wasn't really a big fan of when Mortal Kombat first went 3D, but now they've got it down back. But they didn't start out 3D. They were a 2D fighter. So, uh, oh, uh, another game that people sleep on. It's a Capcom game, and that game is Power Stone. There you go, Power Stone. That gets slept on a lot. What anime have you been watching on Crunchyroll? I just said I've been rewatching Haji no Ippo again because that's one of my favorite animes. I'm always gonna rewatch Rurouni Kenshin. I'm looking forward to the new one. Finishing up Chainsaw Man. Even though I've read the mangas, I'm looking at all the first run of all the mangas there. But that was fun. I'm still enjoying that. So there's still a couple of things, and there's still things in my watch list I need to watch. Somebody's laughing. I guess the mean mug made people laugh. Okay, so here's a quick question: Can Yujiro Hama fight survive a fight with Wonder Woman? Probably could. Probably could. Hi, hey, Eliza. Vox is pretty good. I know. I need to watch it. Just too many things to watch. Uh, hey, in Madagascar, when he says, "How long this going to take?" That's me waiting for a new Spawn movie. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Todd McFarlane has been saying. Oh, this is coming. That Jamie's on board and everything like that. Blah 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 blah. Well, they may have to. They may have to change Twitch because the last time I heard, Jeremy Renner was supposed to be playing Twitch, and if y'all have been keeping up with Jeremy Renner, he may be losing his leg, because of the accident that he got into. That's really sad. That's really sad to see what happened to Jeremy Renner. Hello, Grand Hall. What's good? Thanks. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Thank you. JPX says, what fighting game would you like to see that hasn't existed, like a new Darkstalkers or a new Sega Smash Fighters or a new Bloody Raw? There's a lot. There's too many. I said before. Let's go back there. Yeah, we all want a new Darkstalkers game, and I keep hoping Capcom does a new Darkstalkers. I want a new Power Stone. I love Power Stone. That was a fun open world fighting game. Love that game. I want a new Virtual Fighter. Definitely. I want a new Fatal Fury, not King of Fighters. Fatal Fury, not King of Fighters. No. That's all. I don't want. I mean, they did do Samurai Showdown again and things like that, but no. Give me Fatal Fury. Give me a new Art of Fighting. Give me a new uh I would say give me a new Virtual On. Yeah, new Virtual On. Yeah, things like that. There you go. Hot Streak comic version was a racist. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yes, he was. He was very much that. Sad that we lost Jason David Frank. That hurt. Jonathan Majors as Icon, Kiki Palmer as Rocket in a live action. Kiki Palmer is one of my top picks to play Rocket. I know everybody says get her to play Rogue, and she did that. She responded with that post of showing her in the Rogue costume and doing all that. And that's cool and all, and I like that. It's fine, but again, it's just like if it's not necessary to race change the character, why are you changing it for? We need to get the characters that have not been out there. Rocket has never been adapted live action. As for Jonathan Majors, cool, but I don't think he's Kang now. And like once again, we're talking race changing, but just seeing him a little bit as Kang in the trailer, I'm like, my God, he's already acting like the real Kang. So you definitely need an actor that is going to bulk up because Icon is no small guy. He's a beast of a man. Like he stands toe with Superman, and I know a lot of people like Superman's not really tall. Imagine a 6'2" man, but his body frame is huge, like a bodybuilder. That's Superman. So yeah, he's not big in height, but it's his body, his mask. That's the thing. People, yeah, Superman's only like 6'2", but he's called the big guy for a reason. But because he's big, he's muscular. Like that's where it comes from. I saw a video not too long ago on YouTube where this guy did a really good in depth into Superman. Why people probably don't recognize. Why people probably why this him being Clark Kent, people can't really tell the difference. And it was really interesting. It was really scientific, and I loved it. I was like, oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. And it's our perspective of what we expect them. Like it was, I forgot the name of the guy, but it was really good. It's really good at explaining it. Now, He-Man is a different story, especially old school He-Man. The one I grew up with, yeah, that you can't tell me like Adam and He-Man ain't the same person. Like, just one's got a 10. Speaking of He-Man, I put up a reaction today. Watch somebody shouts out to Francis, Comic Freak X, if you're watching or if you do watch this later. He put up he tweeted me a video called Teela and the Masters of the Universe, a live action short. This girl who plays Teela, her name is was it Ashley, I believe. Oh my God, she was perfect as Teela. She was great. Now that was a great short. I loved it. It was so cool. Let's see. How's your Ben Grimm impersonation? It depends because there's a lot of people that will do the Michael Chiklis voice when he's, the gruff voice. So he's like, "Oh, long read," this, But then, for me, I don't feel like Ben would have a gruff voice. Like when you watch him in the animated series, that's my Ben. Where he's still talking. You hear that straight New York accent, like, "Oh my sweet Amber Duty," and you hurt Susie. Yo, Stretcho. That's my voice of Ben. I don't mind Chickless doing what he did. Long read. You done good, kid. Like it's just he deepens his voice, but you still feel like he's like got gravel in his mouth because he's rock man. But nah, and so, but I always looked at Ben having just a straight, similar voice that I'm having, just a little deeper, but you hear that straight Brooklyn accent coming out of him. Just like I'm coming straight out of Yancey Street. Something like that. Yancey Street bums. It's clobbering time. Things like that. I love that line. That is a great motto for Ben. It's clobbering time. Yeah, I think Crime Lord, DC and Marvel would be afraid of you, Gerald. Yeah, Michael Jai White as Holocaust in a live action, maybe. What up, kid? What up, Jonathan? John? John. How different do you think the multiverse of madness would have been if Steven was forced to kill Wanda? A lot. And I still don't think Wanda's dead. Nobody ain't dead. Bleach is on Disney Plus. Where am I from? Where I'm from. Yeah, I mean there's it depends, yeah, depends. Who would you cast as Hardware in a live action, or to who the voice in the animated? Who could I see playing Hardware? One of the Hodge brothers. Yeah, because Aldous played Hawkman. I could have seen him play. I could have seen Aldous Hodge play Hardware, and I could see his brother. His brother playing. His brother voiced Mister Terrific in the Injustice movie, but I could see him playing Hardware. Would you like to see them build the Bat family in the Matt Reeves universe? Yeah, if I wouldn't mind, but I feel keeping Matt Reeves Batverse separate from the regular, fine, do it. Don't it. To me, that universe just does not need that kind of. Just let him do his own thing. Just pl- got out of seeing the movie Plane. Oh, I recommend it too. I know you like '80s action movies, and it is a throwback to, yeah. That's with Mike Coulter and the King Leonidas. What the fuck is his? Why am I forgetting his name? Yeah, I want to see that too. That looks fun. I'm definitely gonna check that out too. But I got to see Megan. I got to see that. I got to see Megan. I've heard nothing but fun things about that movie. My brother, a story for you. What is Kyle Rayner? What is Kyle Rayner was? What if Kyle Rayner was Lou's half brother? What do you think? What do you think? Tell that's a good story. I no, I don't. I don't think that because Luce is Luce is not Mexican. She's Hispanic, but she's not Mexican. If I'm not mistaken, Luce is Dominican. So there's a big difference. Uh, and so there wouldn't be the half brother stuff. When you're half sibling, that means somebody in your family that one of your parents you have the same parent. So we've only seen Luce's mother. We haven't. I don't think we've seen her father, but Luce is Dominican. She's not, and I don't want to put that together. That just does not fit right. That's just not a concept to put in right. Favorite moment with any of the flashes? Well, one of them definitely is when when Barry came back during Flash Rebirth, and he heard what the Rogues did to Bart when Bart was the Flash for a while. Bart Allen took over as Flash, and they killed Bart, and they moved him, and they realized that he was a kid. It was a really good moment for the Rogues, especially Captain Cole, who is not about killing kids and anything like that. And he was just mortified. But when Barry came back, he fucked them up. The worst I've ever seen Barry. When he literally proved why in all concept the Rogues can't touch him if he got real serious with them. He beat the living. She was so pissed. He's like, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Like he fucked these guys up. And I was just like, damn, if he wanted to get real with these guys, he could end them like that. That's how bad he messed them up. Let's see. Quentin says, do you think Link got a chance against Null? I mean, uh, no, Null's a god. Like Link has fought powerful, but nothing godlike. You put that out. You got to put that out of it. Master Sword or not, he's not touching a god. Point. That's not going that way. And I love Link. Look, he's right there. He's right back there. It's like, but no way he's beating a god. How come Jackie Chan Adventures has never had a home video release? I think they put it out on home videos, but if you want to watch it, if you got Amazon Prime, it's all on Amazon Prime. I was been watching it as of late. Kurama, most ruthless. He's ruthless, but he a that's you. Nah. Who's your favorite character? Character. Who's your favorite characters? Mordecai and Rigby, or Wario and Waluigi? Mordecai and Rigby, all the way. Mordecai and Rigby. That's not even a question. If you could talk to James Gunn, what stories would you advise him to bring to the big screen? Kingdom Come, definitely. And I keep thinking he keeps teasing that, and I'm like, if you're gonna do Kingdom Come, do it, and get Mark Wade to as a console, on that. Um, I would also want to see uh, Green Arrow, and the Longbow Hunters. That was love that story. That's one of my favorite Green Arrow stories. Um, yeah, those are definitely two right there. Kind of. Do you think Nightfall and No Man's Land should be adapted at this point? Well, they kind of were. No Man's Land was kind of adapted in The Dark Knight Rises. That's basically what what Land was like. You couldn't get in and out of Gotham. That's basically what it was. So yeah, they did it already, but it was done kind of poorly. You know. Uh, let's see. What time is it? Are we good? Are we good? We good. Just keeping track of the time. I got my pad here. Keeps track of the time. Let's see. I honestly think that Shuri giving in to her anger, grief, and need for revenge in Wakanda Forever, I think there was a good chance that she would have become another Killmonger. Your thoughts? That's why when she went to the who did she see? She saw she saw Killmonger. She didn't see her brother or her father or anybody like that. She saw Killmonger to a degree, but she kind of did give into her rage because what happened? Her mom died. And who was responsible for that? Namor. But Ramada died saving Riri, you know. And so she went out like a hero, but that's your mother. You know, you lose your mother, yeah, you're gonna be pissed. Like, you lose a parent that loved you, and you love them. You're there's nobody I can't believe for a second would not be in the same state of mind as Shuri was. Because if that was Namor and he did that to my dad, you bet damn believe it. Because my father's the only parent I got left. If that was I'd be as soon as Namor was in my sight, that Atlantean is getting killed. I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to kill him. Like, you took my father, okay, I'm gonna kill you for that. Like, okay, so in a sense, it made sense, and that's why when she was in the astral, when she saw, who did she see? She saw Killmonger. She didn't see she didn't see T'Challa or anybody else. She saw him. Yeah. And if I spoiled it for anybody, I'm sorry. So, but for anybody who has not seen Black Panther, it'll be on Disney Plus next month. So there you go. They're getting it out there for Black History Month. I figured that's what they were going to do, even though it's kind of stupid because Black History Month is not a month. It's all year round. Sometimes I hate these Black History Month or Hispanic Heritage Day or Native American Indigenous Day. It's like, no, those days are always around because they're a part of American history. They're not. It's not just a month. It's just, it kind of bothers me a little bit. Man, I need to get back to some Looney Tunes again. Yeah, Merry Melodies. Yeah. Yep. John, have you read Silver Surfer Black? If so, yes, I have read Black. Anything? Anything? Shoot. What is? Uh, God damn it! Forgetting his name. Um, Hold on. Anything Donnie Cates. Thank you. I'm trying to remember it. Donnie Cates writes. I love Donnie Cates. I've met him twice. Met him at met him in MegaCon and New York Comic Con because I live in New York. So I met him. Nice guy, hell of a guy. I took pictures with him and everything. I wish I could show you a picture of me and him together. But yeah, I read anything Donnie Cates, anything that he's a just a treasure to Marvel. I love his writing. Good stuff. Uh, okay. I read it, but I didn't finish reading your question. Sorry, John. If so, can you read it without reading anything before it to understand the story? Um, it's reader friendly. It's If you mean like, do I have to know a lot about Silver Surfer's past? No, you could pick it up. You can read it. But yeah, it's reader friendly. Um, guitar that I know. I don't care if it melts in the mouth. Oh yeah, the weed shit. Yeah, yeah, that shit. I'm not fucking with that. Like, get that shit out of here. What will Spawn think of John Stewart? Um, I think he would give him respect. One soldier to another. There's still that soldier. Would probably say the same thing he says to Rambo in it says a Rambo in Mortal Kombat. You got more blood. You got just as much blood on your hands as I do. Remember, John was a sniper. Why is that being hid? Favorite voice. Favorite voice by Keith David. Favorite character voiced by Keith David. Goliath. Goliath from Gargoyles. I can't see anybody else voicing that character but him. Even if it's live action, I don't care. That voice, Keith David's voice, better come out of it. An actor can play it, but when he talks, somebody else's voice coming out of him. I would like a new Saturday Night Slam master. Yeah, that was good. I actually am about to. I saw it. To be. It was like $3. The old school one was like $3 on. I think it was a PlayStation store or one of them. I was like, I'm about to get this thing. Nostalgia, just for the now. I like. I like retro games too. I can't get enough of those. Um, I think Akuma got a chance to be in Smash Bros. Because Ryu and anybody's if the company allows it, yeah, anybody can. Did you like the Teen Titans and Uncanny? Yes, I do. I have that comic. Yes, I do. I thought that was real fun to see to see that even Wolverine scared Raven. Wolverine, she was like, oh my god, I'm even scared of that guy. Like that was crazy. I love when Kitty, when she was still Sprite. That was when she was still Sprite. She's like the green guy is kind of cute. And I'm like, he's talking about uh, Beast Boy. Who do you want to be Ben Grimm in the MCU? That's a tough one. Because in terms of human, um, it's hard. There's a lot of actors I think could pull off Ben Grimm, but you want him with character too, because you want the one thing like one of my favorite artists who draws Ben so good is Kirby. Jack Kirby drew Ben. You really saw the detail into Ben, but also the sadness with him at times. It was just like you understood his plight. Like now with Ben, he has accepted who he is. He's accepted that he's a rock man, and but he's basically immortal. He basically is. It's been acknowledged that Ben is practically immortal. But there is a one day out of the year he gets to turn back into Ben Grimm. But he's accepted that. He's married now. He's married to Lisa Masters. They are married. It's she loves him for him, not for what he is. Sure, there are questions about like how do they, and I love, but it's just I guess their love goes beyond that. But come on, I mean, even if we're not, we're thinking that like, how is that possible? Like, he must stay hard. I gotta stop. Yeah, I gotta stop. Moving on. Yeah, but moving. Oh my god! Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh boy, my mind just went there. I'm sorry, guys. My mind shouldn't have went there, but it did. I was like, oh yeah, he must. He'll never get. Oh. Okay, we're gonna move on. Uh, Perry. Um, Perry. Accent. I can't get it out of my head. Come on, grow up, man. Stop. Perry, whoever they cast to play the Thing better not look better say those. Oh, of course, those famous words are a must. The clobbering time is a must. It was the same thing. Like no matter what, it was still a must when we Hulk smash. When he said it for the first time, it was like, oh, you want that. If it builds up to it, it's fine. Look how long they built up to finally hearing Cap say those famous words. And it was worth it. That's what I like about a lot of things I do love about the MCU. They build up to something that is famous for this character, and it's worth it most of the time. When we saw Steve pick up Mjolnir for the first, we knew he could do it. No, there's not a. No. Let me rephrase that, because there were a couple of people I knew that I work with or used to work with that were like, he can't pick it up. You see, he tried to pick it up, and I'm just like, y'all never read the comics, have y'all? No. So I'm like, yeah. See, y'all only focused on the movies. He could pick it up. He could have picked that up, and I always said he probably didn't want to embarrass Thor because he could have easily probably picked that up. You saw it. He picked it, and it just like, I think what Steve did was just when he picked, and he's just like, oh, let me not do it. I always feel like, because Thor knew, even Thor didn't even have to say, I knew it. But we all knew he could pick up Mjolnir. So when Thor finally saw him do it and say, I knew it, and then he got kicked. But still, it was like, we knew he could. So to see him pick up that hammer and use it and wing it, and he was swinging around better than Thor was. Like, he was boom, smack. I'm like, we all knew he could. To hear him finally say, Avengers assemble. We waited for that and waited. Ben's famous line, it's clobbering time. We are going to hear those. No way. There's no way they're not going to put that in there. It's like if we don't hear one way when they bring MCU Wolverine, because yeah, Hugh Jackman is coming back in Wolverine and Deadpool 3, but that's not MCU Wolverine. Whenever we see him, there's no way I can't think of not hearing him say, because I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do isn't pretty. You know that's coming. Those are things that are gonna be a part of it. Look how long it took us to finally hear those famous words from a Parker. With great power comes great responsibility. It was worth it though. And as I was, even to the point, I said it myself, if it don't come from a Parker, then I'm gonna be pissed. But it came from a Parker. It came from a Parker. It didn't come from anybody else. It came from a Parker. It was May Parker, but still, it was worth it. And once again, you talk about death that made me cry. Yeah, that fucking hurt me so bad. I was like, just seeing how it would happen. I'm like, oh, I was like, damn it. Like, yo, that hurt. That hurt. I knew it was coming, but I'm like, I had a feeling. I'm like, Aunt May die in this. And yeah, it happened. Let's see. Favorite Rogue moment when she finally was able to control her powers. That's one of my favorite Rogue moments. When she finally was able to control her powers. She went on a walkabout. Because for those who don't know, back in the 80s, the X-Men was staying in Australia. They stayed in Australia. And she was in Australia, and she was reminiscing about their time there. But she was still trying to control. Remember, she could not control her powers. Like she touch somebody and they'll die. Like she hold on long enough to kill you. To finally, after a while, and all the work and meditation and all kinds of things she went through like a whole trial, and all of a sudden Gambit caught up with her, and she said, "You know what, Remy?" And it ended with her. And she took her glove on. She said, "I can touch you," and had her hand on his face. And it was just like, oh, she can control her powers now. She can control it. It was great. I was so happy for Rogue. I was like, yes. I think another good moment is coming up in the next Nightwing, where Bruce and Dick Grayson have this long talk over Alfred's grave, and Bruce is just opening up to Dick about everything that he always wanted to say to him, and I'm just like, that's gonna get me. And then I saw a teaser of it, and at the end, seeing Dick hug him and say, "Thank you, Dad," I'm just like, that just got. I'm like, don't cry, and I'm like, to hear that, I was like, yeah, that's because Bruce is his surrogate father. It's just like, yeah. Him saying, Bruce was saying things like, I always wanted to say that I'm sorry if I failed you. I'm sorry. He's just apologizing. That's the Batman that I like. The man who's not afraid to apologize and this and that. Him saying, Dick, you were the one, you as Robin was the one that really helped me not go fully to the darkness and be brutal and everything like that. It's just like, where's that moment? Like, you want that moment in live action as well, but we don't get it because everybody just wants to see Batman dark and gloomy and moody, and it's like, nah, give me Batman where he ain't always. I mean, it's like, to me, it's always, I tell people all the time, like, I love Frank Miller. No, fuck Frank Miller's Batman. Like, fuck that Dark Knight shit. Okay, look, you like it, fine. I do not like the Dark Knight. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that persona of Batman. It's just like, ooh, Batman, older, darker. Okay, but what else? I don't care about that. I don't care. But Frank Miller loves that stuff. He loves that stuff. He loves saying that I'm glad that I broke up the friendship between Superman and him and Batman, because Batman and Superman would never be friends. I'm like, wait, how do you know that? You don't know that. That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it. Let me see. I see. Oh, I see Bill. Sorry, I see comments now. Could you imagine the hot rod? Imagine this hot rod using this, saying it was an accident. Oh, like Damon, yeah, yeah. Because yeah, in Injustice, anytime somebody, like, if it doesn't matter, like especially Starfire. Oh my God, she flips out. She's like, he'll say, and he's like, I want nothing to do with Dick Grayson's killer, and he always, it was an accident. It was an accident, and it's like, to me, it's just like, no, stupid. It wasn't an accident. Your fucking anger got the best of you. And what did you do? You, in the middle of a fight, you go in and throw your baton or some shit at Dick, where he's paying attention to all the Arkham, residents, and you're gonna throw it, and it hit Dick in the back of the head. Dick gets knocked out, and he breaks his neck, or on the side of a stale rock that broke his neck. He fell right on it. So, and that's why they always say, like, if you fall on something knocked out, yeah, it's worse. And then, it's like he can't take responsibility for that shit. I can't. That's why I was like, this little shit. He won't take responsibility. You caused Dick's death. And yeah, even though in the Injustice world, Dick Grayson came back as um 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 uh he came back as like a version of Boston Brand character. I'm forgetting his name right now. I mean, what the freak? The ghost. He came back as the ghost. But yeah, stuff like that, ridiculous. I don't like Damian Wayne. Period. I don't care what version he is, what universe. I don't like him because he stands for everything I don't like in society. Arrogant, prick, dick, big, arrogant asshole who's got a privilege. He's privileged, which I don't like, and I hate to say it, but he's white. A privileged, arrogant white boy, which I don't like. Fuck you. I don't like that. And you could say, well, that's kind of racist, Chris. Nah, I don't like anybody who's privileged and think they're better than everybody. And that's Damien. You ain't better than nobody. Nobody. I'm not better than you. You not better than me. Nobody's better than anybody. Nobody's perfect. But he comes off like he's perfect. He ain't perfect. Damien's a dick. I can't stand that character. Who do you want to be Ben Grimm in the MCU? No, I did that one already. I like I said, I it's hard to say with the who I want as human before he gets all rock. Um, how you doing, back leader? I am good, Bill. I am well. David, what time is it? Oh, we good. Just, David, I see Kevin Feige introducing the mutants and X-Men while doing the Krakoa story events that is going on now. It would be more of a Game of Thrones show. Um, yeah, I can see that too. Like I can see them kind of explaining where mutants have been. I still have because we're already seeing mutants already popping up in the MCU as it is. Namor was a mutant. They literally said he was a mutant. Um, Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, in Ms. Marvel in the MCU, they are doing the original concept of what she was supposed to be. When G. Willow Wilson and them created the character, they pitched her as a mutant, not an inhuman. So the MCU are doing the original concept for a lot of these characters. So when they started mentioning Jean and they played that music, I'm like, they finished that series ended, I was like, yo, no, they're doing the original concept. And I had to tell a lot of people, no. I'm like, no. See, yes, she was they the only way they can get the okay because they want her to be inhuman, but the original concept was she was supposed to be a mutant. So I can kind of see that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see. Blue Guardian, do you want to see another Swamp Thing in movies? I would not mind, excuse me, I would not mind seeing another Swamp Thing movie. More serious, more darker. The TV series that was on, I enjoyed that. That kind of vibe, but movie wise, yeah. The green and all that stuff. Yeah, I would love to see a Swamp Thing movie. Yes. I love Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is great. He's good. He's good. Do you think Gunn would have? First of all, I love the fact that you guys are really going deep with the James Gunn stuff because I'm. This makes me wonder. Y'all must have watched the first opinion spot because you're going deep with the Gunn stuff. Okay, do you think Gunn would have the guts to do Doomsday Clock on the big screen? He's crazy enough to do it. I think he would. What DC characters would Ganon try to take over? Doctor Fate, for sure. He ain't gonna do it. He wouldn't do it. That's definitely one. Why am I low key crushing on Nemora? Nothing wrong with that. She's hot. Uh, sorry. Like I always crushed on Nemora, even her comic version. I'm like I got a list coming up soon. My top blondes in comics. Nemora's up there. I'm telling you. Somebody asked me to do it, so that's part of it. Who was your first fictional crush? Fictional crush. Jessica Rabbit. I gotta explain why. Jessica Rabbit. Yep. Another one I'll throw up in there. Chung Li. I crush on Chung Li hard. I do. I do. And once Cammy came out, I was crushing on her too. I gotta get going, Chris. Now, Chris, but thank you. That's cool. Thank you. Have a good day, Quentin. Um, how do you wash angry grandpa? I love. How do you wash angry grandpa? Uh, I love this videos. He is fun. Are you talking about um the uh one who guitar and stuff? He because there's a couple of them, but yeah, he's funny. Do you go back and watch the MIB movies? Yes. Mhm. Raven is beautiful. Raven is beautiful. Pale skin and all. I don't care. How do you feel if Todd McFarlane sold sold Spawn to Marvel? That would, if that happened, that would be a big shakeup in comics. Spawn in Marvel. He sold the IP to. He's like Todd McFarlane sold everything, the Spawn universe to Marvel. But I don't think Marvel would be able to incorporate him well enough into the MCU. They would really have to come up with some ideas. Be like, okay, Melboja is just another hell demon from another universe and things like that. Kind of like they do with Mephisto and all these other hell or Satan-like demons. But that would be big. How do you wait? I saw some. Wait. Where was? Rakai. How do you think a Wonder Woman versus Predator fight would turn out? Uh, very interesting because I don't think a predator would able to kidnap her and take her somewhere. It would probably have to be maybe the predator somehow landed on the mascara and just from there. But the only way I could see them doing it is if, let's say, Steve Trevor and maybe his team land somewhere in the jungle or somewhere, like play it off like that. Land and the predator is tracking them. Wonder Woman gets there and helps out Steve Trevor and them, but she can't see this creature until it finally shows itself. But I can tell you right now, whenever she does, Diana would be probably throw her weapons down, like face me without your weapons. Like it would probably be the same thing like a Dutch fight, but this time she can throw hands with this alien. It'd be something like that. But at the end of it, would Wonder Woman would still beat it. Especially, yeah, she would. Um, I'm just saying. Bill, the Thing never has to worry about going limp. That's just for damn sure. See, he never has to worry about it. Like it's just, it's true. It's like you don't have to worry about going limp. Like he don't. Like it's like it's you know. I remember they made that joke about Reed in the first Fantastic Four movie. Like, is it true he can make anything? I'm like, my God, these women are dirty. Like, that was funny as hell. Though I was cracking up. Um, big lad. Oh my God, how? Now I'm thinking about it, laughing at Ben shooting bricks like Shaq. Sorry. Uh, what pranks do you think Johnny Storm would play on Bakuro from Micah that would really set him off? Uh, Probably burning his costume or setting his costumes on the setting the grenades that are in his costume on like he's like stupid stuff because Johnny's just like that. He's still a big kid at heart. Spider-Man versus Captain America in an arm wrestle match for charity. Spider-Man. Uh, for charity, Spider-Man would win anyway. He's like, okay, I'm gonna win anyway. Like Cap is strong, but he is not superhumanly strong like Spider-Man. There's people don't understand what the super soldier serum truly is. It doesn't make him superhuman strong. Yeah, it makes him at the peak level of a human. Like he can bench like 500 pounds, no problem, or 900 pounds. Yes. Like if we were at peak level, our stamina, our strength, everything like that, But then you got superhuman strength, like Spider-Man, who can hold up the side of a building or pick up a train, things like that. Steve can't do that. Yeah, we saw it. And don't let the movies dis- deter you from stuff, because yes, we saw him holding the helicopter and he was holding on and he was pulling it back. Yes, that was done for movie wise. If we were to say, for example, here's something. You remember the remember the the gameplay trailer of the first Spider-Man game, where we saw him and and Mr. Negative knocked the crane over, and Spidey, no, and he webbed it and he's pulling it, and you saw him, he held it and he slid a little bit, but then he just started pulling it back until the crane the hit him and he fell off. Steve couldn't do that. Steve would be like, and he would be sliding back. He's not that. That's not the strength wise. But for Charity, I can see Peter saying, do you want me to go serious on you or go, and being Steve would be like, no, go serious. But Peter would probably say, I lost, just for Charity. So, Steve would get the credit. I could see that. But Steve is not that. He's not super strong, superhuman strong. Like a Thing and Hulk and Thor and Spider-Man. I remember when they used to do the strength levels. Steve was never in superhuman level. He was always at a different level. Like, even to a degree, Moon Knight is stronger than him. Because remember, Moon Knight, the different forms of the moon increase his strength. To a point where when it's full moon, he's at a different level. But that was when he was still with Khonshu. He was still the avatar of Khonshu. I don't think he has that no more. No, he doesn't, because there's another avatar of Khonshu in the current comics now, which are really good. M.V.K is another one of those writers that I'm really enjoying his work. We have. Do you think Atuma and some of the other will turn on Namor after what happened in the end? Atuma should have turned on him. Atuma is not. Atuma is a villain. He's not a hero. He hates Namor. But even Namora should have never been. I understand the way but Namora is not that way. Namora is all for balancing Atlantis and the surface world, but in terms of the MCU, they're not using the Atlanteans. They call them something else, the Talokan. So yeah, Namora has worked with many humans all the time. Her first relationship was with a human. She was with Jimmy Woo. Yeah, that Jimmy Woo. But it is, they changed it up, and I understand why they changed it. But yeah, Atuma should be a villain, and I could see them turning on him. The Last of Us adaptation is so far almost perfect, in my opinion. I have to watch it, John. I have not watched it because I don't have HBO Max. I have too many subscriptions, and I had to get rid of some stuff. And I'm like, all right, I got to get rid of HBO Max because I don't really use it, and I have a place where I can go to watch shows that are on HBO Max. I got a website I can go to and watch it. So I will watch it to see. I heard nothing but good things, because they did the smart thing, is not truly fully adapt the game. They took nuances of it, but it's almost its own, of the Last of Us. That's sometimes what you got to do. Sometimes, but there are some franchises you can't really start tweaking, like Resident Evil. That I didn't hear anything good about that last Resident Evil movie. Nothing. You would have thought, oh, they were going to stay true to the source. I heard they still fucked it up. How do you fuck up Resident Evil? I don't get it. I don't. Will you see Peter? Will we see Peter don the black suit in the next Spider-Man movie? I don't. I don't know. I don't. I don't think so. I have the strong feeling we probably will never see him don the symbiote unless he's in Secret Wars. That's probably where we may see it. I got a strong hunch that's where we'll probably see it. Him finally put that black costume, get the black costume. I really want more moments between Bruce and Cassandra. Yeah, that'd be cool. They're not that close though, like the boys are. Do you like Todd McFarlane's artwork on Batman? I love it. Um, I love Todd McFarlane's artwork when he was doing Spider Man. That was great stuff. When he draws the lizard, man, he draws the lizard fierce. He is probably my favorite artist to draw the lizard. He makes the lizard look fierce. He makes him look scary. I'm like, yeah, this he should look kind of scary. Yeah. So yeah, I do like Todd McFarlane's artwork. It's good. I'm sorry, but I really don't like the Krakoan X-Men stuff. Probably because they come off very arrogant, and they do. They are starting to come off a lot arrogant, which I don't like. I don't like that they're forgetting that no matter what, they may be mutants, but they're still human at best, and they really getting stuck in that higher than thou shit, and I'm not liking that either. For certain characters, a lot of them are just coming off like I'm better than you. I'm like, no, stop that. You got to stop that. They got to come back to earth. They got to get humbled to a degree. Are you a fan of the DeLorean? DM the DeLorean. I do like the DeLorean. Yes. Thought from Invincible is people are scared. All it justifies are scared. Yeah, okay. Mandalorian looks fucking dope. Yes, it does. Season 3 of The Mandalorian looks great. Bill, Devin, I don't know why it was blocking. I love to see what James Gunn could do with Dark Side and the Apocalypse. In my video, I said I want to see him do a Mister Miracle and Big Barda. I would love to see them do that, Big Barda. Uh, I would love to see them do something with Apocalypse because they haven't done Dark Side yet. Oh yeah, you can say, oh, they did. You got to watch that 4 hour gun. Like I ain't watching that, but yeah, you can see it. I hope Gunn will do a movie for Kyle Rayner. I I I doubt it. Whatever they still doing this Green Lantern project, it's more likely it's gonna be they're gonna skip Kyle again. Kyle gets no love, and he is my favorite of all the Green Lanterns. I like every Green Lantern. There are parts of Green Lanterns I love, but when you ask me who's my favorite to ring bearer, it's Kyle. He's the torch. He's the torch bearer. He's the one that did all the stuff that happened after Hal fucked up when he was parallax. He's the torchbearer. He's the bringer of this. He's the one that held the White Lantern ring. But he gets no fucking love, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, stop. I hate that. What about Fire and Ice? I'll take them. Yeah, I'll take them. Stop. Let's keep moving on. Or Black Orchid. Mm. Is it weird that I paired Raphael from Teen into a Supergirl? No. It's honestly a curse for the Thing. He's the ultimate male's dream, but he can never use it. True. Kyle Ren versus Sephiroth. For me, I think Kyle because he is more stronger, faster than Sephiroth. Well, you got to remember. I mean, he could just instantly put Sephiroth in a box and fly him off. Like you got to remember that we're talking about ring versus sword, long sword, yes, but a sword that your will versus him. Think about that for a second. Babs is pretty and smart. Babs is pretty and smart, and she's a redhead, and redheads are my kryptonite. Yeah, I shouldn't have told you that one. Yep, but yes, I got a thing for redheads. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry about that. Do you think we'll see Jenica in a future TMN teaser? I hope so. I really do hope we see the fifth turtle. Yeah, I really do. Have you ever read any of the Vertigo crime novels? My favorite so far is Filthy Rich by Brian Azzarello. Brian Azzarello. Um, I, I do Vertigo. I don't think I've read any crime novels from Vertigo. If you count V as a crime novel, but no, I don't. Muscle Man versus Wario arm wrestling. I think Muscle Man would win because he stinks. His odor would probably screw Mario like, oh, whoa, like, oh, you stink. What did you say? You said I stink? I'm gonna kill you, bro. You said I stink? Yeah. Oh, man. How would you introduce the lizard into the MCU? Well, maybe you will hear that because I have a segment coming soon called How Would I Introduce Them into the MCU? So, lizard, and I will add the lizard to that list, but right now I'm not going to bring that up. I don't think Spawn will not like Guy. I don't think Spawn will not like Guy Garner. I don't think Spawn would not like Guy Gardner. I'm trying to understand the. Are you trying to say you don't think he would not like him? Because yeah, probably might. Because probably like I remember a guy like you in my platoon or something like that. Did you watch Bastard anime on Netflix? No. Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, runs the Avengers Gauntlet. Where and who does Tommy stop at? Who does he beat in the Avengers team? Uh okay, so what team are we talking? That's the thing. Cuz there's so many Avengers teams. Like who are we talking? Because if we were saying like okay, we're doing the Avengers team from MCU, then I'm probably definitely going to say he'll probably run through Widow, Hawkeye, and then he's going to have some trouble with like Hulk, Thor, people like that. But we're talking comics, and that's once again which era of lineup. That's the thing. That's the thing about when you say a team, you got to kind of really got to go. Okay, which lineup are we talking? Or make up a lineup because it's tough. But if I'll say this: no matter what, if he got the Trinity in there, he's gonna have trouble with Thor. Thor, that's where he's stopping at. Thor, he's gonna have trouble. I could see him maybe trying to pick up Mjolnir and not being able to because I still feel that he'll feel Thor. Mjolnir will feel that evil, still have that evil intent in him at one point. Um, he'll stop at Thor. It depends on what we're talking about here. But comic wise, yeah, I could see him probably getting past Hawkeye, but Hawkeye would still get some good shots. Like Hawkeye's dead aim He ain't missing something. Hawkeye don't miss. Okay, he don't miss. That's what makes him so good. So if he takes an aim at Tommy, and it looked like Tommy deflected it, you know damn well he did that on purpose. He's like, okay, you deflect, but I'm gonna hit you with something else. Like, that's the thing. You got to look at it from that point of view. But we're talking straight up fight. What? Then he's stopping at Thor straight up. Even if it's Thor and Hulk, he's not getting through Hulk. You know that's out of the question. He's not getting through Hulk. He won't even get to Hulk if it's Hulk first and then Thor. He's not getting past Hulk. I don't like Hal Jordan because he's overrated. Overrated? Is that what you said? He's overrated. It's not that he's overrated. He's just overused. That's the problem. Hal has his moments, and Hal is a good Lantern. I mean, they gave him. He's the most strongest Green Lantern. Even the Guardians say that. But I question that because he was so easily swayed, in certain things. But it's always just about he's overexposed. Jon Stewart's overexposed. They leave out Kyle. They're now starting to push Guy, but they're leaving Kyle out. They're starting to leave Kyle, Jessica, and Simon Boz out now. They're leaving them out, forgetting them. That's sometimes the issue when you have too many human Green Lanterns. I'm talking to you, DC. I really love the character who are sweet and kind, but can really kick butt too. You mean balanced? Just say that. They're just balanced. Do you think we could ever see Gideon Falls movie or show? I think we could. I think we could. I think we could. I only read one volume of Gideon Falls. Uh, uh, but I believe there is a TV show coming out about Gideon Falls. Yeah, there is. Uh huh. It's in development right now. It's in development, and there's a yep. It's a bidding war right now. And this was back in 2018 when they announced that. Yeah, Gideon Falls. I believe they adapted it already. I think didn't it come out already? I think they did, or it's about to come out. Um, I'm even on IDBM right now. Oh, screw that crap. Uh, yeah, it hasn't come out yet. Um, it's just like they're adapting another comic series that I love, Lazarus. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that. But yeah, it's coming out. It hasn't come out yet. Let's see. What will Kyle Rayner think of Miles Morales? I think he's cool. That's my air freshener sprays every 8 minutes, 18 minutes. If you hear something going, that's my air freshener. It keeps this room smelling fresh. So that's what it smells like. Pineapples and Hawaiian stuff. It smells good. Sorry. So, because I've heard somebody actually like one time before in a video, it went off in a video, and somebody's like, "What was that noise, Chris?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my air freshener. It's on a timer. It shoots out every 18 minutes." And so you hear someone. That's what it is. But yeah, John, Gideon Falls is coming. They're making a TV show out of it. Stuff like that, comic books like that, they work better as a TV show than movies because you can get more out of a longevity of the show by telling it through television than a movie. What Marvel characters? What Marvel characters? What Marvel character who flies fight for Akuma? What Marvel character would fight for Akuma? For me, would fight Akuma? Oh, who would fight Akuma? Um, well, it ain't Captain America because once again, Akuma don't like people with weapons. That he hates that. Akuma hates that. Weapons are in his eyes a bane to anybody, to someone. True strength comes from your body. So for me, Akuma's going after someone like Shang-Chi or Iron Fist. Those definitely. He's going for them. Are they really just forgetting about Jessica? Kinda. I haven't seen Jessica Cruz in some time. Her or Simon Boz. The last time I saw them, I forgot it was like a mini series they were doing with them, and that's it. It's like they forget about them. Now they're focusing a lot on Sojourner, the new Green Lantern, Green Lantern, which I like. She's cool. I read her first big series, 12-part series. It was great. It was good. But yeah, Sojourner is cool. But you got too many Earthling Green Lanterns. I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is about the Guardians. Like they always, and I'm surprised they don't bring that up more in the comics. Like other Green Lanterns who are alien are like to the Guardians. What is it about Earth that always has you send more rings to them than any of us, any other planet? And I think most of the reason why is because they have talked about the Guardians have said they're so optimistic, they're so judgmental, they have things that other alien races don't really. They're so opinion wise. Like six humans can be in the same room and there'd be like 40 different opinions. They're just unique. They're so unique, and that's something that the Guardians like. They like the uniqueness of us. So I guess that's one reason why they send more rings there. But it's just like when you do that, to me, it's just like, why don't you just make a Green Lantern comic or so that's just focused on the Earthling Green Lanterns? Or to me, I thought that's what DC was going to do, was they were going to have the Green Lantern that stays with the Corps. You'll have a Green Lantern, another solo Green Lantern who protects Sector 2814. And then you have the Green Lantern that is a part of the Justice League or something like that. But nope, they stopped doing that. Do you think Wario was trying to steal? Do you think Wario would try to steal money from Iron Man? Well, right now Iron Man's kind of broke right now. Currently now he's like broke. Like even his armor, he's gone back to like basic armor. His basic armors now. It's kind of crazy, which I want to read. I want to get back to reading Iron Man. I haven't read an Iron Man comic in a long time. I only read Iron Man through Avengers or something like that. If Captain America met Soldier Boy, we talking current Soldier Boy in the show, or we talking the comic? Because the comic, he's kind of a pussy. It's a big difference. Who has the best relationship in the Bat family, in your opinion? Best relationship? Were we talking like relationships, or are we talking? If I was to say anybody, I would say probably Dick and Tim. Tim and Dick have a really real brotherly relationship. I would say that, but that's just me. I know you can protect Princess Zelda, Kyle Rayner. I know I know she can. And I know who could protect Princess Zelda. Kyle Rayner will protect Princess Zelda. Princess Zelda don't need no protection. She can protect herself. That's what makes her so great. Zelda is no Peach. She can protect herself. That's why I love her so much. She don't need a knight in shining armor. John, why is your message being held under review? I like Frank Miller Batman, but I do hate the way he makes Superman a dick. It just is a total opposite of what both characters are, and it bothers me. What what darkest moment what was a dark moment in Digimon? Probably anytime Leomon died. Those have always been dark. Leomon never stays alive. It's ridiculous. I meant Jason Atkins' portrayal. Say I think they'd be cool with each other because the comic wise, Soldier Boy is a pussy. He's a scaredy cat. He's a pussy. Can you believe Jurassic Park is turning 30? Yep, 30 years. 30 years. Yep, indeed. Don't forget, guys, to hit that like button. I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you for everybody who are still here in the chat. We're gonna go 10 more minutes, then we're gonna wrap it up. So just to let everybody know, yeah, thank you. Uh, you have the best Wario voice. Waluigi. I could do it. Just if I hear a voice long enough, it'll come out. I can pick up on it. So Luigi, you gotta kind of get your nasal like almost like you got snot coming in your nose, and so you're pressing it out like that, and Luigi, Luigi, you push it up. It works. That's how it works. Wario is different because it depends on because when Wario first came out, he didn't have a voice. I remember back in the day. This kind of dates me when they first did the Wario game. It was for the Virtual Boy. This just showing my age. Y'all remember the Virtual Boy? Y'all probably too young for that, but the Virtual Boy was one of Nintendo's first aspect of virtual reality. You put it on, and it was like a visor like Cyclops, and literally like Cyclops. It was red. Everything in it was red, and it gave people headaches and all kinds of stuff. It was dangerous, and that was when the first Wario game came out, and they had a Wario in cartoon form, and the actor that voiced him didn't sound anything like how he sounds now, where he's all deep voice and stuff, where he's like Wario like that. Now at the other time, he was just sounded just like your stereotypical Saturday morning cartoon villain, like, yeah, I must destroy Mario. I am Wario and like stuff. But you know, me Wario destroy Mario, but now it's Wario time. Yeah. Wario. It's things like that now. So it's kind of interesting. uh yeah, I couldn't really get it. No, the boys is not for everybody. It's not for everybody because even the comic is really dark. If you read the comics, that the show is from the comics, and the comic is dark. Comic is very dark. Image stuff like that. But no, this is Dynamite because the boys are from Dynamite. But yeah, a lot of those indie books are a little bit darker. Yeah. Blue Guardian says redheads, huh? Yes, yes, yes. BG, yes. Redheads. There's something about redheads that just, ugh. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just the hair. Every redhead I've ever seen is just gorgeous, and I'm just like, why do y'all look like that? But they just got it. And every redhead I've ever met has this devious laugh. It's almost like they're I'm like, you up to something, and then just I'm like, what's wrong? Like, oh, but that was kind of sexy, like stuff. But yeah, redheads are they're my kryptonite. One of them, they're one of my kryptonites. Like everybody looks at ravenhairs like they're evil, but they're not. You know, redheads, they're everything, everything. And you're a redhead because, most of the time you don't even have to ask them what kind of like what nationality they are, what ethnicity they have in them. Most of them is Irish and Scottish. It's always European. I've never met, even if they're American, you're like you hear their last name or something. That's just an Irish American last name or something like that. It's cool. It's just cool to me. Do I like when blacks go redhead? That's not true because not all blacks. There are some blacks that just have natural red hair, and that's where the ancestry comes from. There's a girl that I watch on YouTube, and her parents. She's a little girl. Her parents and their daughter is naturally redheaded, and so they did their background. Each their parent did their background and their DNA and everything, and none of them had any. But then they started finding bits and pieces of somewhere else, like and that's where it comes from. Like I know where my I'm more light skinned than most people. Most blacks. It's because of go back different generations. There was a lot of mixing going on with me, so that. So that's why I hate when people say, I ain't all that mixing. I'm like, look at me, you know, mixing. It was this came from mixing, you know, stupid, right? It's funny. I didn't know Bruce Wayne had a cousin. Yeah, yeah. Bruce Wayne has a cousin. Batwoman is his cousin. That's his cousin. Batwoman is his cousin. Betty Kane is his cousin. That's Katie Kane. Yeah, Katie Kane is his cousin. Batwoman is Bruce Wayne's biological cousin. Digimon Digimon that complete monster. Yeah. I remember the Virtual Boy. Yeah, see, there you go. Warhawk. No, you remember. There you go. You remember that. That thing was sick. It used to get people sick. It wasn't good for people's eyes, too. I remember that stuff. Favorite Yakuza villain? That's tough because I'm still playing through Yakuza. I haven't even finished all the Yakuza games, so yeah, it's tough. Who are the what time is it? Okay, not even. So who are the most irredeemable villains in DC in your opinion? Deathstroke's definitely one of them. I could never see Deathstroke redeeming his. Uh, I throw Amanda Waller up in there. I look at Amanda Waller as a villain. I don't care what anybody says. She's a villain. I heard people say, no, she's just the Nick Fury. No, Nick Fury has his bad qualities, but he has his good qualities too. Amanda Waller has none. She's got none. She's a villain. So those are two. Um, Darkseid is irredeemable. He ain't getting no way he's redeeming stuff like that. There's no way. Eclipso, you name it. Get out of here. Hey Chris, good day. Nathan, hello. You're a little late. We about to wrap this up, dude, but happy new year to you as well. What if Ganon tried to take over Black Adam's country and he's in for a rude awakening? How strong is Wario? I don't know. I never really looked at Wario as being strong. I was like, he's just overly fat. He's fat. Like, I remember Dashi saying, bro, if you got to walk like this, you need to lose some weight. I'm like, yeah, it is true. Like, you ever see Wario in all the Mario games? Like, he doesn't walk like this. He don't walk like, he walks. He lumbers. Like, he's fat. That ain't muscle. But I see that many times Wario, he's flexing and stuff. I'm like, what are you flexing? That's fat. He's fat. Like I remember when Mario's fat. No, Mario's shrunk. He shrunk in terms of fatness. Like he used to be a little tubby, but now he's kind of leaned out a little bit. But Wario's fat. That ain't muscle. I'm sure he's probably stronger than Mario in turn, but he ain't strong. I never really looked at Wario being strong. I think we all can try to steal Lex Luthor's money and Black Panther's money. Who you think? Okay, yeah, I don't think so. Some Latino women are gingers. Yeah, yes, indeed. And where do you think that come from? So, and I love it. That's why I said redheads get me all the time. Like I love me some redheads. I remember Virtual Boy. Yeah, the Virtual Boy. I was enjoying no joke. Yeah, I could see your throwing hands. Yep, I could see you throwing hands with Peter over MJ. No, I wouldn't. I love MJ, but I wouldn't. I'll be like, that's your woman. I wouldn't throw hands with her unless she says, "Hey," like I had actually had one time thought about doing a skit where I would do something like that with where it was like Peter and MJ were separated for a while, and MJ was coming on to me, and she was telling me about her problems with Peter. Like, yeah, he's always going off this, and I'm like, well, you married him, and she's like, well, maybe I need to be with not a married guy. Maybe I need to be with someone like you. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. And she start coming on to me, and then Peter comes, and I'm like, hey, Peter, what's good? They're like, nah, we good. Like, she just a little, and she said, no, I want to go on a date with him. And Peter give me like an eye, like, that's not true. Is that true? No. He touched me, Peter. No, I didn't touch her. Stuff like that. I was good. Stuff like that. I had something in my. I was sketching out like a skit. It was pretty funny. I was like, yeah, that'd be funny to do. You touched her? No, I didn't touch her. Pete. I would never touch her. I love you, Pete. I wouldn't touch. Nah. You know? Malcolm X had red hair. Yep. Yes, he had red hair when he was Malcolm Little. When he was still called Malcolm Little. Yeah. Wario's not fat. He's fluffy. That's fat fluff. He's fat, man. Like Count Dracula versus Spawn. Which Count Dracula are we talking? We talking Dracula from Castlevania? Are we talking Helsing? Alucard? Because yeah, that'd be a good fight. I like that. Can you tell me a little bit about Eclipso? It's weird. Eclipso is really weird. You just research him more. It's hard to put into just quick because we're running out of time, and I don't want to. I don't want to stay on much longer. Um, one, one best fight, Street Fighter Two animated. Everybody talks about the Chung Li versus Vega fight. That was a good fight. Just showed why she is considered the strongest woman in the Street Fighter universe. Still was going at it. The blood loss she suffered, the fact that she was still going at that speed, yeah, that's ridiculous. If you were a student of Hogwarts, what house would you be? It ain't Slytherin, I could tell you that much. Laughing out loud, yeah. Who is the older brother, Wario or Waluigi? I think are they brothers? I don't. I never thought of them as brothers, but I'm guessing Wario's the oldest because if Mario is older than Luigi, I think Mario, Luigi, Mario, because that's why they call the Mario brothers. So if they're the Wario brothers, Wario, Luigi, Wario, they both look weird. What do you say to Raven? What would you say to Raven or Starfire? Raven, I would say still be you. And Corey, can I kiss you? I'm like, can we go out on a date? Like, Corey, I would love to be with a girl like Corey because I like that. I love that Starfire. They are so into their emotion. They don't hide it. So when she's saying "I love you" and stuff, yo, she means that. So I love that. Like, could you imagine, like, if she didn't know how to speak this language? Oh yeah, let me. Can I? I'll just kiss him or just make contact with him, and oh, okay, I know how to speak. I know how to speak this language now. Like, that's how she learned how to speak English. What you saw in the anime, her kissing, kissing Dick, that was not fake. That happened. That happened in the real comic. She kissed him. She kissed him just to learn how to speak English. Yeah, I love Starfire. I'm talking about Castlevania version. Still be a good fight. I still be a good fight no matter what. If it's Alucard, that's that. I even will say, yeah. Al is in some serious trouble. Rock versus Revy relationship. Mm. Okay, and the last question. We're gonna wrap this up right here, guys. I appreciate everything. Final question: what was your reaction to seeing King Ghidorah for the first time? I was like, "Whoa, cool! Dragons." I thought he was a Hydra. I thought he was a Hydra, a mix between a Hydra and a dragon. But he was. It was cool. It was really cool. Um, Very, very cool. And when they did him in the King of the Monsters, I thought that was really cool. I like that they played him off as the alpha, and it was this is how Godzilla got his name, King of the Monsters, the king of the kaiju's when he took the alpha from Ghidra. I love when he bit his head off, like bit one of the heads off, bit it right off, and things like that. All right. So everybody, y'all stay blessed. I as well. Big Lad just said, y'all stay blessed. Yeah, y'all stay blessed as always. Thank you guys for being here. I had fun, guys, hanging out with you guys. Once again, guys, I apologize for eating on camera. We didn't mean to make you guys hungry or anything like that. I was hungry and I'm still hungry. I'm gonna get me another slice of pizza. But yeah, thank you guys. I will be back again. We're gonna do this again. I think I may do it again Tuesday. I think I'll hit it Tuesday again for you guys. Next time we'll do it, so you guys will keep this date. Uh, the next one we're gonna do this January 31st. We'll do it that's the following Tuesday from there. Hope you guys enjoyed and had fun and for the hangout and things like that. I hope I made you guys laugh. That's one of the things I always take from these is to make people laugh. It's fun to do that. But anyway, guys, like I said, take care. Look out for the movie reviews. Like I said, I still got to put up Violent Night. I'm just editing it. It was already recorded. It's pre-recorded. It was recorded a long time ago. I just was lazy and didn't put it up. Just like with the Black Panther one. As you saw, I was talking like it was 20 because when I recorded that it was still 2022. With Violent Night, it's going to be the same way. I'm still talking like it's 2022. So we're definitely Megan will probably be the first 2003 movie I see. I definitely want to see Airplane with Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter, and then of course February, yeah, we're getting into Ant-Man. So that the start of Phase 5 begins. Outside of that, guys, once again, I appreciate everything you guys do. Keep going. We're going to keep rising to the occasion. The road to 20K is still on. We're still moving to there. That's my goal right now, still to hit 20K. Then I'm up it again. But in the meantime, you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Y'all take care. Deuces.